Daily Mail. The main story. So what does it take to be jailed? Mother incited UK terror attacks and posted web tips on stabbing, but judge let her walk free. I don't believe this for a second. It may be real, but I just don't believe it. I think it's total junk. But then again, what else do you expect? Then we've got The Guardian. Welsh politician sacked over conduct, claims is found dead. Well, there's that much coming out about it, and some are going to take it different ways. There are going to be those that can't take it at all and just do themselves in, some that try and lie their way out of it, and others that will just resign and walk away, because, you know, if you're in Parliament, you're unaccountable for any of your actions. You can just resign and walk away, but carry on being an MP and collecting your £80,000 a year. Then up on the very top line, just above The Guardian, Priti Patel clings on amid row over Israel. Yeah, she's one of the big ones, so she's not going nowhere. And Boris Johnson facing calls to resign. Of course he'll just ignore them. You know, why should he? Why should he not just keep going? Down there a bit. Prince Charles estate made big profit on stake in friend's offshore firm. Wow, you mean another royal that's also another crook? So that means all the royals are crooks then? Because I've not seen one that's got any gumption about them at all. Our Dukes of Westminster sent their cash to Bermuda. Yeah. Offshore funds helped fund election attacks on Clinton. So they're not only crooks in that they're avoiding tax, not that anyone should pay tax. That would be the fair way. And don't be stupid enough to go, oh, who's going to fund this, who's going to fund that? Because if you don't know where the real money comes from, don't make a comment. So, we'll move to the Metro. Suicide of sex probe minister. Now, I'm not saying he is or not. I'm just saying there's a lot in Parliament that seem to be, at the very least, like touching others, and in some cases are full-blown paedophiles by the looks of it, from all the stuff that I've read. The Times. Labour-run councils in 12 million tax avoidance. Corbyn labelled a hypocrite over property deals. You mean more parliamentarians that are crooks? Wow, it would, like I've said all along, it would seem anyone with a lot of money, it's just a crook. And don't forget, he gets paid just for his job as a distraction merchant for the opposition, because you've got to have divide and conquer. You can't have the same on the same side, can you? He gets 14 grand a month, £14,000 a month. That's not including his other nice little backhanders he gets. So if you ever think he's there for you, follow the money. Fired Welsh minister kills himself after accusations. Well, it's probably a shame for his family if he was just a toucher, but if it comes out there was more than that, then you've got to sort of like not have so much sympathy. Which actually, when you look at it like that, is actually 666. I'm sure you'll get it mostly anyway. Charles' secret stay in friend's offshore firm. Pressure grows on Patel over aid to Israel army. Oh, it's just a holiday. Yeah, nothing more than that. Yeah. Family's tribute to minister who took his life. Well, if it turns out he's a paedophile, then why are they tributing him? If it turns out he was just a groper, why are you tributing him? I can understand your sorrow, but as long as you're not involved, then, you know. Daily Telegraph. May leaves Patel's fate in balance. In other words, we'll let the public think we're going to do something, then we'll just move her to the side or over there a bit, and she can carry on as normal because she's been such a good little slave for us so far. Pointless surgical masks waste NHS cash. Pointless bureaucrats at the top steal millions upon millions, and you're worried about some NHS masks. This is the divide and conquer that goes on all the time. And then just below that, sex claim minister takes his own life. I think we're going to see more of that because apparently it's news. Daily Express. Home Office foreign and aid cash would pay for 87,745 new police officers. Well, I tell you what, it would also pay for, because if it could afford that, then it could afford to make every homeless man, woman or child in the country have somewhere to live. Everyone that's starving on the poverty line, give them some hope and take them off the poverty line. But no, let's spend it on more enforcers, officers, military term. Let's spend more on them, shall we? You know, this is how they use these words to make you think of one thing, when in actual fact it's more about enclosing the dictatorship around you. Sugar speeds up dementia. Not looked into that, so I don't know. However, I do know that it feeds cancer, so you should really stop taking sugar. But hey, it's your choice, it's your body, and you should be allowed to do with it what you like, and not be told that you can't take this and you can't take that and you must take this and you must take that. That's not free speech, that's not free will, that's a dictatorship. Picture at the bottom there, Labour Minister takes own life after shocking sex claims. FT. Wall Street banks warn Trump team over rising fears of Brexit chaos. We've got to have something there about Brexit, haven't we? Otherwise, it wouldn't just be prolonging the fact that we've dumbed the population down enough. They think there's going to be a Brexit. And I tell you what, now that everyone's starting to realise that there's not, what we'll do, we'll pretend to have a Brexit, but it'll be a Brexit that doesn't take any power away from Europe. We'll still be tied into them totally, but it'll make all those that have been saying no, there's no Brexit, look like they were wrong, and all those that think, oh, well, I thought there wasn't a Brexit, and here it is, it's in our face, there was a Brexit. So it's another divide and conquer routine. Same shit they've played on us time and time again, and we fall for it time and time again, although thankfully less and less as each day goes by, less and less are falling for the distraction techniques. Sky threatens to close news channel if regulators put block on Fox takeover. So this massive propaganda network are saying that they're going to stop one of their main propaganda tools, close it down if some takeover of Fox isn't allowed. Well, that sounds, you correct me if I'm wrong, but that sounds like do as we say or we're threatening this. It's almost like a criminal cartel is in charge of everything, and the way they get their own way is by threats and all that type of thing. So it's like a mafia, you know, just like all governments run. Dennis Healy. World events do not occur by accident. They are made to happen, whether it is to do with national issues or commerce, and most of them are staged and managed by those who hold the purse strings.